I'm back.
Hey, so I'm coming off of a retirement match, so now I'm just glad I get to play more.
I'm just here to continue to learn, to grow, to help continue my climb in the leagues, or just to have fun.
JD seems like a good guy, so let's just have some fun.
I'm looking forward to playing Matthew, and hopefully he doesn't have anything bad to say about me.
Hello there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. We are here for an exciting match. We got Matthew and JD. They're here. They both seem so angry, Nick.
Yes.
Nick, tell us about the match. What do we got going on?
I thought you were going to say the players. I was like, they like long walks, tapioca. No, I'm excited. JD, good rookie from last year, just found himself on the wrong end of a 1-2 record. Played some very good people. That's how he found there, but he showed a lot of promise in his matches. Matthew, he said it himself. Last we saw was in a retirement match. Sometimes you survive a retirement match, and then you fall into a pattern all over again and find yourself right back into one. But on occasion, being that close to death, as it were, can light a fire under you. I think Matthew's got a chance to have that effect. But either way, I'm excited to see what happens, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get into it, starting with round number one. Nick, how is it going to work?
Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions that are all Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece. And should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we enter round number one? All right. First question will come in the category of Pixar. In Lightyear, Buzz receives an emotional support robot named Socks, who is the shape of what kind of animal?
Are you pro or anti-animal?
Pro or anti-animal?
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the animal, but we shouldn't start talking about animals.
I love animals. I'm just going to come out and say it. 5.
I bet I'm going to name like 3 after this question that you're not a fan of.
Pens down. Let's go to JD.
I put cat.
And Matthew.
Cat.
Cat is correct. Great character. Your next question is in the category of James Bond. In which James Bond film does Bond ski off a cliff before revealing a Union Jack parachute? All right, let's go, Nick. What you got?
Mosquito?
Not an animal.
What?
Insect.
Animal.
Mm.
Yes. And JD, if we just keep your hands up, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
It's not called an animal's life. It's a bug's life. They were bugs in that film.
That is the dumbest argument I have ever heard.
1 that's down. Matthew.
I said on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
And JD.
I was Moonraker.
Both incorrect. We were looking for The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, it's fair.
Your next question will come in the category of Marvel. Which Marvel character sings the words, "Do you want to build a snowman?" before dying?
All right, so my argument is ironclad. You got a couple more.
Rattlesnake?
Reptile. But I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
You're just naming different genus species of the thing I'm saying. But it's all under animal.
Oh, okay.
There's two categories. It's plant and animal. If it's not a plant, it's an animal, or it's not alive.
Are you a scientist? 5.
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, JD. Let's go to you.
That would be Deadpool, Wade Wilson.
And
Oh,
Matt.
sorry, it's upside. For some reason, my camera is like it's
we saw it.
backwards for
We
some
saw it.
reason.
Yeah, no, we got it right. You're good.
Yeah, no, but even though I write like this, is for some reason it's showing backwards. So I gotta.
You're showing it correctly to us, so you're good. Matthew.
Deadpool.
Deadpool's correct. So 2-2 is the score. Your next question is coming in the category of Criminal Underworld. Who plays the hacker 9-Ball in Ocean's 8? I was gonna name Ellie.
How many balls do? Never mind. 9 is the answer.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is the first repeat for JD. Your question again. Who plays the hacker 9-Ball in Ocean's 8?
Okay,
What did the German man say to his wife when she asked him to go to the dance? 9-Ball. No, I don't want to go to the ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was bad. That was not
Shut
good.
up.
5, 4, 3,
9 ball.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Matthew
Rihanna.
and JD.
I went Aquafina.
Rihanna is correct. Aquafina is in the movie, though. Your next question coming from Nick.
It's in the category of Law and Order. What causes Marcus to be hospitalized at the beginning of Bad Boys Ride or Die? Would you rather die or ride?
Depends on the situation.
What if you had to ride a rattlesnake?
I'll take it. Are
Yeah, 'cause you love it.
rattlesnakes poisonous?
What?
Are rattlesnakes poisonous? 2.
You know nothing about animals.
Pens down. Let's go. I just didn't say I knew about them. I said I loved them. Let's go to JD.
You said stroke?
And Matthew.
I said shot.
Both are incorrect. We were looking for heart attack. He has a heart attack.
I almost, bar none, I almost wrote stroke _ heart attack, and then I stopped because I thought that was too specific.
Your next question is in the category of Disney animation. In Beauty and the Beast, who is the first character to tell Belle she must not go into the West Wing of the castle? You a fan of the West Wing?
The show?
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Me neither. Here it's good, but
I hear it's very good, but
who's got the time?
Yeah, isn't it like 27 seasons?
I don't know.
4, 3.
How many things could happen in
Pens down. Let's go to Matthew.
Is that Cogsworth?
And JD.
I also went Cogsworth.
Both are incorrect. We're looking for the Beast. The Beast.
God, I almost
Nick, what's next?
Next question comes in the category of DC. In which DC film does the main villain escape prison in a hot air balloon?
You a fan of air, Nick?
Full of it.
Ooh, I just heard the macaw and the little macaw.
Can I get another repeat?
Sure, that's your second repeat.
Question again. In which DC film does the main villain escape prison in a hot air balloon?
That's what I needed. Okay.
Perhaps the duckling?
Nick, you're gonna have to do the countdown.
I'm excited. 5, 4,
You smell terrible.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with JD
Superman 2.
and Matthew.
I said Superman 4.
Superman 2 is the correct answer. So JD will close the gap. It's 3-3. Next, Tim.
Your next question is coming from Ellie in the category of mixed bag. Yeah, you. The question is, who is the only person to have directed an American Spies film and a Galaxy Quest's Star Trek film? Mama says you need to go have a diaper change.
JD, hands up just a little bit. We can see him. There you go, bud. We need a nickname.
Oh yeah, you're the macaw. What is she?
Ellie?
Yeah.
The bird thing? Ah!
What? Why are you screaming?
She's screeching like a macaw.
5,
Google what a baby macaw is called.
2, 1. Hands down. You do smell. Jeez. Let's go to
That
JD
ended at 1.
I said Justin Lin.
and Matthew.
J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams is correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Nick, I have the score is 4-3. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim. As we get to your penultimate question in the category of sci-fi icons. In Ghostbusters, what type of food cooks itself on Dana's countertop when she first starts experiencing paranormal activity?
That's Maggie's favorite movie.
Oh my God, Tim. A baby macaw is called a fledgling.
A fledgling.
I love
The macaw and the fledgling.
Oh, wait. Hang on. When a macaw is born, it is a neonate, also known as a hatchling.
So hatchling, I think is
How
what
old is Ellie?
almost 2. 5.
Well, macaws stay with their parents for about 1.5 years. So
Hands down. Yeah, it's okay. All right. So she's almost a macaw herself. Matthew, let's go to you.
I said 8.
And JD.
I also want eggs.
Eggs is correct. It is 5-4. As we get into your final question of this round, it's in the category of Galaxy Quests. Which Galaxy Quests character has, throughout the course of their films, moved to another planet, been victorious in a knife fight, and placed their hand in a box, which causes immense pain? So I was telling you earlier, I'll tell you, I don't think it was on this call, but hadn't seen Ellie in 5 days because we were on a cruise, get home last night, and she goes, "Hi!" and then went back to Grandpa.
Let's use my final repeat.
Oh, okay. Your final repeat in the category of Galaxy Quests. Which Galaxy Quests character has, throughout the course of their films, moved to another planet, been victorious in a knife fight, and placed their hand in a box, which causes immense pain? Maggie says that since we've been gone, Ellie has changed.
she's grown from a neonate to a fledgling.
Yeah, apparently she's got new Ellieisms.
Hmm.
I just
What if
heard
she came back and she was just like 14 years old?
that would be crazy. She's just yelling Papa and walking over here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Hi. Let's go to JD
Paul Atreides.
and Matthew.
Paul Atreides.
Paul Atreides is correct. Hi. So final score out of round 1 is 6-5. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. Round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player, we're going to spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down the multiple choice, at which point it'll only be worth 1. But be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Your categories on the wheel today are MCU, Wizarding World, American Spies, Law and Order, Pixar, James Bond, Disney Animation, and Fight Night. Take it away, Tim.
She's saying hi to herself in the camera. All right, Matthew, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
I'll defer.
Okay, this is going to be the spin for JD. Brought to you by My Fault, new movie on Prime. It lands on Law and Order.
Let's spin again.
Okay, this is what you're going to be stuck with. And you land on Disney Animation.
Great.
All right, Nick, would you please go ahead and give JD his questions in the category of Disney Animation?
Gladly, JD. I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Disney Animation. Are you prepared for them?
I guess I gotta be, right?
Indeed, that's the spirit. JD, your first question. Which Disney animated film opens with the main character in a box full of other animals on the street, free to take?
Oliver and Company?
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who voices Winnie the Pooh in 2011's Winnie the Pooh?
Jim Cummings?
That is correct for 2 points. JD, your third question. In Frozen 2, what word does Elsa try and get Anna to guess during the game of charades, which she fails to do?
Let's do multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, snow, B, cold, C, princess, D, ice?
A snow?
That is incorrect, Matthew. Chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, snow, B, cold, C, princess, D, ice.
I'll say B.
B is also incorrect. We're looking for D, ice. All right, JD, your penultimate question in Disney animation. What royal title does Aurora's father have in Sleeping Beauty?
Again, multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Duke, B, Lord, C, Prince, D, King?
D King?
That is correct for 1 point. Right, JD, your final question. In Aladdin, what fictional place does Aladdin pretend to be the prince of as Prince Ali? JD, make sure with you both your hands.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Let's do multiple choice one more time.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Ababwa, B, Rabala, C, Demola, or D, Arbara?
It was A. I just didn't want to mispronounce it.
A is correct for 1 point. And yeah, the rest were just random syllables that I threw together, but that's great.
All right, so JD gets his total up to 11.
That's what I have.
Okay, so we will bring back the wheel. This will be the spin for Matthew. And it lands on Spinner's choice.
I'll take Pixar.
Okay. Matthew, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Pixar. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
In which Pixar film does the main character invent a device that makes harvesting food for their colony easier?
A Bug's Life?
That is correct for 2 points. My bad. All right, your next question, Matthew. Which Pixar director voices Crush in Finding Dory?
Andrew Stanton?
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Cars 2, what country does the second race of the World Grand Prix take place in?
Italy?
That is correct for 2 points. Nick definitely thought I was going to say pricks. Your next question. In Inside Out, what is the first emotion that populates Riley?
Joy?
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question in Pixar, Matthew. What is Ian's last name in Onward?
Lightfoot.
That is correct for 2 more points and the clean sweep of Pixar. So at the end of that spin, I have Matthew getting his total up to 16 to JD's 11. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question correct, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we enter round number 3? All right. Go, Tim.
All right, first category you guys can bet points on is horror icons. All right, let's get bets, starting with Matthew.
It's a 0.
And JD.
1.
Okay, your question in the category of horror icons. What was the first Horror Icons film to feature the character Jamie Lloyd? So you're engaged.
Yeah.
When you get married, are you going to do the limbo at your wedding? Like
No.
not you, but like, are you guys going to have that as part of your night? Because if not,
really.
I don't think Bucky will come. He's really good at the limbo.
And he'll only go to weddings if the limbo is present. Like
Correct.
he'll decline invitations.
Oh,
2,
Interesting.
1. Pens down, JD. Let's go to Matthew
Going for the return of Michael Myers.
and JD.
I went Halloween 2018.
Halloween 4 is correct. So JD will lose 1 point, go down to 10. It is now 16-10.
Yep.
What's the next category?
Next category we have points on is American Spies.
Let's get bets, starting with JD.
I'll go 1.
Okay, and Matthew.
0.
Okay. What's the question, Nick?
Your question is, in Mission Impossible Fallout, what city are Ethan and his team in when Walker is revealed to be John Lark?
Nick, if JD hits this, we move on. If JD misses this, the game goes to Matthew.
You're correct.
Thank you.
Excellent assessment.
I was editing a match today where you were like, Anna, the score is 23-18. Is that what you, or 23-25? Is that what you have? And she's like, yeah, that's what I have. And then like a minute later, she goes, Nick, that's not the score. And then you were like, yep, nope, we're both. And so I was just like, oh man.
Tally marks are hard.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Matthew
I can remember. I just said London.
and JD.
I also didn't remember, so I went Paris.
And your winner, Matthew Chen. The answer was London. Nick, good game. JD didn't seem excited about hitting Disney animation, but he did well in the category despite that. The round 3 categories didn't really come up in his favor, though. He was on the right track with the Halloween one, but unfortunately, no repeats left. Didn't have the time to kind of maybe pull those answers. But Matthew played great. Matthew had a really strong round 1 and strong round 2. Really good showing from him post-retirement match.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think this was a strong showing for Matthew. I think it was a strong showing for JD, too. I think Matthew was just outplaying him a little bit. JD needed Matthew to slip up a little, and he really never did. So that's the way the cookie crumbled. The things fell. Matthew comes out with the win.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into post-match interviews and see how the players are feeling right now.
JD, unfortunately, another loss to the record, but I think it was a good performance in a loss. It shows that you can beat other people. You couldn't even beat Matthew. I just think today maybe wasn't the day.
Yeah.
Matthew was, you matched him in round 1, but him hitting spinner's choice probably didn't help you. You spinning a category that was also his strength probably didn't help you. To the point where you needed better categories in round 3 to really take full swings, and you just didn't get that opportunity. So at the end of the day, Matthew played great, but a bit of bad luck on your side. How are you feeling afterwards?
Yeah, it's just bad luck. As I said, I got the two. It was the spinners. It was the real round that really did me in because he got, as I said, I got one of his choices, which I did okay in, but I'm like, it's not I don't really have in-depth knowledge of that reel. And then he got his other choice because he got spinner's choice. And then that really, as a result, I had no choice but to kind of, take point swings on those otherwise I just couldn't, yeah. And it is what it is. But it is that I I just said, I think a better wheel spin, it would have been a lot closer. Potentially won.
Absolutely. Well, JD, listen, I think you get that in your next match, and the outcome's probably very different. So congratulations today on a good performance, and we'll see you later on in the season.
Yep, absolutely.
Matthew, Chen, back-to-back wins. This has got to feel good post-retirement match. This is a good foot to start out on this year. Maybe heading towards comeback player of the year territory. Maybe achieving the ultimate retirement match person of Albert in the future. Who knows? That's what we call it the Albert level when you're in a retirement match, and then you climb all the way back to the top. But this is definitely a good showing to start. JD's right. Bit of luck on your side. Him spinning your strength and then you getting your other strength definitely helped. But I've seen people do that and absolutely crap the bed and lose the match. You kept the lead in round 1, widened the lead in round 2, and played it safe in round 3, even though you got the questions right. So that's the end of the day. I think you played a pretty solid match to come away with. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, surprised by how I did today. But, JD did really well with those Disney questions. So I knew that I had to get lucky in round 2 as well. That's just what happened today.
Very true. Matthew, anyone out there you are looking to continue this upward rise against?
I'm open to playing anyone. Hopefully, someone I've never played before is always great.
Sounds like a plan, Matthew. I joke about the Albert thing all the time, but I really do see you in the category of players like Albert or Zadius who maybe have started in one place, but definitely have the ability to get to another. So I wish you luck on your continued journey, sir. Congratulate you on your win today. But we'll see you later on in the season, Matthew. Thank you very much.
All right, that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Thank you to JD. Thank you to Matthew. Thank you to Nick for writing. I have been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with more great Fandom Fights matches. See you then. Bye-bye.